gold. The agreement terms with the option ore at Rattlesnake Hills are that Evolving Gold issues 3 million shares of Evolving Gold. The last million shares were due in February 2010. We've already issued 2 million. There's a 0.5% NSR royalty with a right to buy that down to 0.25%. And there's no work commitment on the property. The NSR terms with an underlying landowner. There's a 4% production royalty, which is similar to an NSR, but it is net of all processing costs. In other words, all processing costs can be deducted from the royalty. Total exploration expenditures to the end of 2009 at Rattlesnake Hills will be approximately $13 million. As I indicated, the 2008 program was 15 core holes. This defined a large halo zone of gold mineralization with broad intersections of higher grades within it. In 2009, we completed 78 core holes, and the idea here was to test and expand the main North Stock bulk tonnage diatreme breccia system, to define the boundaries of the bulk tonnage gold system and the associated high grades, and really to test some of the other bulk tonnage targets in the system, such as Antelope Basin, 725 meters south of North Stock. We're also looking at the areas between Antelope Basin and North Stock, and in the process of doing this work, we identified a new target, a Porphwy Target to the southeast of North Stock. We're still awaiting assays on about 52 drill holes. This map gives a general indication of where our drill holes are located. You'll note that a lot of the holes show no colors for assays for gold. Most of that is the fact that assays are still pending. The halo gold mineralization that we defined is a large body. It's about 450 meters long, 200 meters wide, and about 550 meters deep. It's open on all sides, and as I indicated, all the significant mineralized intervals intersected in 2008 had a grade of just under 1 gram per ton. The higher grade zones within that, the 67 meters at 10.8 grams, is the intersection that moved our stock significantly higher earlier this year. Our drilling down towards Antelope Basin, about 725 meters to the south, indicated a similar style of mineralization. And it's important to note that this porphyry zone that we've identified is a gold-only porphyry, essentially with no copper or other base metals with the gold. We think this porphyry is actually the driving force behind all of the mineralization in the system, and much of what we have been drilling so far may be peripheral to this center of mineralization. This is a roughly north-south section looking east on the eastern end of the diatreme breccia. The tan material in the center of the cross-section is the diatreme breccia itself. The red material to the right is the porphyry as intersected in the drill holes. This intensity of porphyry diking increases to the east in the system, and in this section we intersected wide intersections of gold and rich dikes, and one of the examples would be 30.5 meters at 1.89 grams per ton gold. Within that, it's important to note that 15.2 meters of over 3 grams per ton gold. This target has great untested size potential, and it's a major target for our 2010 drilling program. Surface work this year in 2009 indicated other zones farther removed from the North Stock of porphyry dikes in the surface associated with gold anomalism, and we intend to pursue those targets as well. There's approximately 5 exploration targets that we've identified that are still untouched by drilling. Just to review, we look at a major bulk tonnage style of mineralization in Antelope Basin, very similar to North Stock, It includes both the halo gold mineralization and higher grade within that, such as drill hole 19, 50.2 meters of 2.75 grams per ton. This body appears to extend towards the Porphwy Target to the northeast and probably extends to the southwest towards some old ACNC drilling. This also is a target that has other similar zones to the southeast, and that again is one of the exploration targets that we'll be pursuing in 2010. Work currently in progress is we will start a 43-101 revised report next year. Hope to get that released in the second quarter of 2010, and that will address the size, grade, and economics of this system. We're initiating and continuing to move forward on permitting baseline studies and metallurgical studies. Finally, in summary, what we're looking at here is a multi-million-ounce potential target, mineralized grade in the broad mineralization, the halo gold mineralization of approximately a gram per ton gold, with broad high-grade zones within that, and multiple untested drill targets. The major bulk mineable target is comparable in many respects to an unmined and uneroded Cripple Creek. It's in a very favorable location, and we have a large property package which covers all the known mineralization to date. Two other properties that are of major importance to us are a group of properties in the Carlin area of Nevada. We just finished a core hole at our Carlin property site at a little over 4,000 feet. That has been some very exciting results so far in intersecting two zones of gold mineralization and highly favorable and encouraging rocks. A second property that we're very excited about has recently been acquired in the very southwestern corner of Nunavut, called the Kayuk property. This is an extremely exciting property with highly anomalous gold exposed over a strike length of about 18 kilometers, with local values as high as several grams per ton in the exposures.
That concludes our presentation. I want to thank you all for joining us and encourage all of you to take this opportunity to post any questions you may have about our company. For those of you who are watching this presentation at its scheduled time, please begin posting your questions now. For those of you watching this presentation outside of our scheduled times, please post your questions now and check back later for our responses. Thank you very much.